ta chevelure profonde aux acres parfums. Sur ta chevelure profonde aux fins. Mer odorante et
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to one of the most beautiful Airbnbs we have ever stayed at. We are in Provence, France, right outside the city of Gordes, and this Airbnb is absolutely stunning. And the coolest thing is, we basically have our own pool. And what better way to start your morning than with a nice dip and a nice cup of coffee?
So every morning here, we've started with an espresso, some meditation, some journaling right by the pool. I mean, Provence is all about relaxing. Now, this specific part of Provence that we're staying in is called the Luberon. Now, this is off the beaten path travel. I mean, I don't think we've seen any American tourists here. It is not by Marseille, it's not by a big city, and it is not by the Côte d'Azur or any of the French Riviera. This is inland. This is if you want to go to experience the essence of Provence.
But just because there aren't a lot of tourists does not mean it's not a great place to go to. I mean, this place is known for food and it's known for great wine. And that's really why we came here.
Obviously.
It's basically, in a way, it's kind of like the farm country of France. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in the beautiful essence of they work for their food, they work for their lives, and they just enjoy it all together. And so that's why we came here. We came here to relax and enjoy, and that's what we're going to do. All right.
Cheers. I'm going to go get my coffee. Okay, so we are about to go to one of the most famous markets in all of the Luberon in Gordes. Now, the Luberon is a part of Provence, and they are known for their fresh markets. Each little village has their own market one day of the week. So you could go market hopping the entire time that you're here. Now at these markets, they have fresh produce, fresh cheeses, meats, wines, lavender, because Provence is known for its lavender. And these vendors are not shy about giving you a taste of their delicious fresh produce. One for you and one for me. Woo.
Look at them.
Now, if you're talking about shopping local, this is the ultimate shopping local. Let's go.
So I want to take a quick moment to talk to you about my favorite travel shirts. Now these are Cutz. Now I love Cutz for several reasons. One, which is the most important reason, is they look so good. What I love about these things is that I can wear them out when we're exploring town, and then I can continue to wear them at night when we go to the restaurant. Second, these things are super comfortable. And third, the great thing about Cutz is, hence the name Cutz, they come in all different designs and cuts. You can have a Henley, you can have a V-neck, you can have a crew neck, you can have it extended, and they have all different sorts of colors just to fit your certain preferences. So we want to give you the gift of Cutz. So check out the link below, use the code ROMERU, and you can get 15% off your purchase of Cutz. Now let's get back to the vlog. So one of the things about Gordes and right next to our Airbnb is the size of the streets. Now, as you can see, look how wide these things are. I don't think the Airstream would fit. It's a little intimidating to drive down, and actually it's a little scary to walk down because if a car comes, you don't have a lot of space to get out of the way.
It's part of the experience.
Part of the experience.
Well, this region in general, Provence, did date back to the Roman times. In the 15th century, the Romans were here until French took it over in the late 1400s. This region of Provence was actually known for farmers and peasants, and, you know, it wasn't a wealthy region. But now everybody comes here to spend money in a region that wasn't meant to spend money, which is kind of ironic, but they enjoy a slower pace of life. It's about enjoying the finer things in life. Lavender, wine, food. It's a huge gastronomical hub. And in the afternoons, They love taking their naps. They love reading and sitting by their pools. I mean, it is so beautiful here. It is the place to go if you want to unwind, unplug, and just relax and enjoy the finer things in life.
De Paris n'importe bras sur en chantant des chansons bras dessus de Paris n'importe bras sur en chantant
I just picked up the largest figs I've ever seen in my life.
Try a bite. Let's see how good it is.
Look how beautiful that is. It is so delicious and juicy. The markets are the way to go. It's where you get the freshest food and support the locals.
We haven't found the meat and cheese yet, but have faith, we'll find it.
Oh, it's here. Let's find it.
en chantant des chansons bras dessus.
One for you.
Oh my god, it's so trouble.
No, it's amazing.
We'll get some of that one. We just got some cheese, and we didn't realize we bought the most expensive cheese. Most of these cheeses were like 40 to 50 euro per kilogram, and the truffle one, which Colette always loves, was 3 times that. It was $150 per kilogram. Now we didn't get a kilogram.
Don't worry, we didn't get a kilo.
But yeah, 25, 24 euros for that block of cheese. Mm-hmm. They're not always that expensive. We just happen to pick the most expensive one.
Whoops, check the prices before you order. Or just enjoy yourself because you're in Provence.
Yeah.
Lean in.
Can we get, what was the olive one?
Olive?
Yeah.
One. Merci.
So we've got our meat, our cheese, and we have been tasting everything that they offer, because I hate to say it, we don't speak French, so a lot of times I don't even know what we're eating, but all the stuff is delicious. This is the experience. Don't eat before you come here, because you're gonna get enough to eat just sampling and tasting stuff. So one of the things you gotta know is you must bring cash. Very few of these vendors are actually gonna take credit card, probably none of the ones we've come across. So make sure you bring plenty of euros, and as you've seen from the prices, it isn't really cheap, but I mean, if you get some meat and cheese, you've got a lunch for maybe like, don't get the truffles, but maybe like 30 euros. Get some wine and some pan, some bread, and you'll be set for the day.
Bras dessus de Paris n'importe bras dessus en chantant des chansons.
Okay, now we were taught a rosé trick by a local. Now on a hot day, and Provence does get very, very hot, you are supposed to take an ice cube here and drop it in your rosé, and that's called la piscine, which means the pool. So it's like you're going swimming and a glass of rosé, which sounds like heaven to me.
La mer. La mer. La mer.
So after the market, these are our rewards. We've got some of the meats, some of the cheeses, some of the tapenade. We got the figs. We got the bread from the boulangeria. We've got so many good things, and then we also got a nice local rosé. And so, I mean, really, this afternoon we're just sitting by the pool, enjoying our little charcuterie plate, enjoying our wine, and just a little R&R before we eat more and go to dinner.
And do some more R&R.
Do some more R&R.
Eat, sleep, rosé, repeat.
On rigole peut-être. On va danser le long des golfes. On va danser le long des golfes. On va danser le long.
Morning everyone. Today we're doing what everybody comes to France to do, and that is to taste some wine.
Now we are in the region of Châteauneuf-du-Pape, the town of Châteauneuf-du-Pape, which is one of the most prized towns for wine in all of France, if not in all the world.
And it is just 30 to 45 minutes right outside of our little city we're staying in Gordes, and we are super excited to taste this wine.
Now, these wines are typically made from Grenache. That is the king grape here. Now they're also made from typically GSM, so Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvedre, which is similar for all of you Americans to the Paso Robles region of California.
So we have a great tour guide, Roman, showing us around, and if there is one rule of thumb to remember, it is that in Grenache, we trust. So we already had some fun facts that we learned, and I think the first thing that was pretty fascinating is if you look at this soil that's all around the grapes, which is what Châteauneuf-du-Pape is famously known for, it's all river rocks. And it looks like these were all planted here by gardeners, but it wasn't. This was brought here by glacier millions of years ago, and it's this, what they call terroir. But that's what makes this land so special. And so, like Cutz said, we're gonna do some wine tasting, gonna have some fun. It's gonna be a good day. Okay, so some of you might be asking, at least I was, what does Châteauneuf-du-Pape mean? I mean, that's such a funny name for a city.
I think it means it's fun to drink wine, or at least it sounds like it's fun to drink wine there.
Actually, what it means is it means New Castle of the Pope. So we just learned that the Pope didn't always live in the Vatican. He actually lived in this area before it was France.
That's a very French pronunciation. He lived in Avignon, which is just down the Rhone River from here, and this was his summer home here in Châteauneuf-du-Pape.
So right behind the castle is where he used to have his summer residence, hence New Castle of the Pope, and that's where the city got the name.
Châteauneuf-du-Pape. Also, still a great place to drink wine, and it's fun.
Tu m'enverras mon